Welcome to Space Oddities Astronomy Basics. In this episode we will be looking at the aurora, but from the perspective of how different cultures viewed them, exploring the myths, legends, signs and omens they created to explain these phenomena. This is part 2 in a 3-part series. Today we will look at cultures in the Northern Hemisphere, followed by part 3, cultures in the Southern Hemisphere. Before we delve in, a quick word on where the auroras are seen. Most auroras are restricted to around the Arctic Circle in the Northern Hemisphere and the Antarctic Circle in the Southern Hemisphere. But on occasions the Sun will send us a larger solar storm, and this will push the aurora down into lower latitudes for people to see the aurora by eye. Large geomagnetic storms can push the aurora borealis in the northern hemisphere as far as the Tropic of Cancer, which is latitude 23 degrees and 30 minutes north. And the aurora australis in the southern hemisphere as far as the Tropic of Capricorn, 23 degrees 30 minutes south. More extreme storms can push below 20 degrees latitudes. Remember, we are looking at optical aurora seen by the naked eye, not cameras. Another point to consider is that the southern hemisphere is nearly all oceans, as most of the landmass is in the northern hemisphere. So this restricts the volume of cultural myths in the southern hemisphere. For millennia, the aurora borealis, the northern lights, and the aurora australis, the southern lights, have captivated people with their mesmerizing displays. Lacking scientific understanding, cultures around the world wove stories to explain these celestial phenomena. These stories offer a glimpse into how different societies viewed the universe and their place within it. Here's a journey through some of the most fascinating myths, legends, omens and signs associated with the aurora borealis. Europe, Greek and Roman. The name aurora borealis itself is rooted in Greek mythology. Aurora translates to sunrise, and in Roman mythology, Aurora was the personification of the dawn. She was depicted as a beautiful young woman who rose from the eastern horizon each morning, heralding the arrival of the sun. The Romans believed that Aurora rode across the sky in a horse-drawn chariot, scattering dewdrops that sparkled like diamonds and painting the clouds with vibrant colors. This imagery is reflected in the way we perceive the aurora borealis today, with its shimmering lights and ever-changing colors. The association of aurora with the dawn also suggests a sense of hope and renewal, as the appearance of the aurora signaled the end of the night and the beginning of the new day. Omens of war. When the aurora borealis ventured further south and appeared red, Europeans often interpreted them as bad omens. The crimson lights were viewed with fear and seen as a portent of war, famine or plague. Historical records show sightings of red auroras preceding major conflicts, such as the French Revolution and the 30 Years' War. These associations likely stemmed from a lack of scientific understanding and a tendency to see patterns in random events. The appearance of a red aurora during a period of political or social unrest could heighten anxieties and fuel fears of impending war. It's important to note that not all auroras were seen as harbingers of doom. In some cultures, red lights were believed to be a sign of good fortune, perhaps associated with fertility and bountiful harvests. Norse Mythology. The Vikings had a rich tapestry of beliefs around the aurora. Some believed it to be the shimmering shields and armor of the Valkyries, mythical female warriors who chose fallen heroes to join Odin in Valhalla. Others saw it as the Bifrost Bridge, a rainbow bridge connecting Asgard, the realm of the gods, with Midgard, the human world, allowing fallen warriors to reach Valhalla. The shimmering lights of the Aurora were thought to be the very essence of the bridge itself, pulsating with energy as brave warriors crossed it over into the afterlife. This belief reflected the Viking reverence for warfare and their concept of an honourable death. Yet another legend spoke of the Aurora as the reflection of majestic ice spears hurled across the sky by the mighty Norse god Thor in his battles against the giants. The Sami people, Lapland. The Sami people of Lapland have a beautiful legend called Revontulet, which translates to foxfire. They believe the aurora is caused by a magical Arctic fox running across the tundra, its tail kicking up sparks that paint the sky with vibrant colours. This legend reflects the Sami people's deep connection to the natural world and the Arctic fox, a vital creature in their ecosystem. The fox's agility and speed are mirrored in the ever-changing dance of the aurora. The vibrant colours symbolize the magic and wonder that the Sami people see in the aurora, a natural phenomenon that continues to captivate them. Spirits in the sky. Other Sami people believe the aurora to be spirits of the dead. Some stories depict them as peaceful ancestors watching over their families. These benevolent spirits were said to bring good fortune to those who respected them. Hunters and fishermen would leave offerings of food or tobacco in hopes of appeasing the spirits and ensuring a successful hunt or catch. Other Sami tales describe the auroral spirits as mischievous or even dangerous. These spirits were believed to be capable of causing illness or misfortune if angered. People were warned not to mock or disrespect the lights, and loud noises like whistling or singing were thought to attract the attention of these unpredictable spirits. Reflections of plenty. Swedish fishermen viewed the aurora as a welcome sign. They believed the shimmering lights were the reflections of giant schools of herring swimming nearby. This belief likely stemmed from the importance of herring in the Swedish diet and economy. Herring were a vital source of food and provided a living for many coastal communities. The appearance of Aurora would fill fishermen with hope for a bountiful catch, ensuring a prosperous season and staving off hunger. The vibrant colours of the aurora might have been seen as symbolic of the abundance and the variety of fish swirling beneath the surface. This association between the aurora and the plentiful fish continues to be celebrated in some parts of Sweden. During peak aurora season, local festivals are held, featuring traditional music, food and crafts, all centered around the awe-inspiring light displays and the promise of a bountiful harvest from the sea. Heavenly assistance. In Iceland, the aurora held a more positive connotation. It was believed to help ease the pain of childbirth. Pregnant women were warned not to look directly at the lights, however, as folklore suggested it might cause their baby to be born cross-eyed. The reasoning behind this belief is unclear, but it might be linked to the idea that prolonged exposure to bright lights could harm the newborn's developing eyes. Additionally, the ever-shifting nature of the aurora might have been seen as disruptive and confusing, potentially causing distress to a mother in labour. Alternatively, the belief could be rooted in the symbiotic association between the chaotic movement of the lights and the unpredictable nature of childbirth. The Chuvash people of Siberia also believed the aurora held the power to aid women in childbirth. The aurora borealis was seen as a manifestation of their sky god, helping women during this difficult time. Other Siberian cultures believed the aurora was a reflection of the underworld, where the spirits of the dead danced and played. They viewed it with a mix of awe and fear, believing the spirits could influence the living world. Swan Lake in the sky. The Danes had a whimsical tale. They believed the aurora was caused by swans competing to fly the furthest north. Some swans became trapped in the ice, flapped their wings furiously, creating the shimmering lights. Over to North America. The Inuit people of the Arctic have a captivating legend about the aurora, calling it Akskarnik, meaning ball player. They believe the aurora is the spirits of the dead playing a cosmic game of soccer. But not just any soccer game. This is a high-stakes competition, with the very souls of the recently deceased at stake. The players use a walrus skull as a ball, and the outcome of the game determines whether the spirits will find peace in the afterlife or be condemned to wander the earth forever. Seeing the aurora shimmer and dance across the sky, the Inuit are reminded of the spirit world and the importance of living a good life. They believe that if they live a life of honor and respect, their spirits will be able to join the cosmic game and find peace in the afterlife. Many Inuit myths depict the aurora as celestial games played by the spirits. Some say they are engaged in a playful game of catch, again using a walrus head as a ball. In other stories, the spirits kick a giant ball of light across the heavens. The outcome of these games was believed to influence hunting success or the weather. A particularly energetic aurora might signify a bountiful hunt, while a subdued display could indicate calmer seas or a period of less plentiful game. Hunters would observe the lights and use their interpretation of the celestial game to plan their activities. The Cree people have a story that weaves together their deep respect for nature, their dependence on hunting for survival, and the breathtaking beauty of the aurora. They imagine a celestial hunter, a powerful spirit who stalks a magnificent caribou across the endless plains of the night sky. The vibrant colors of the aurora represents the sparks flying off the caribou's hooves as it leaps and bounds through the starry expanse. The Cree people believe that this celestial hunt reflects the importance of respect and balance in the natural world. The caribou, a vital source of food and clothing, is a powerful creature worthy of respect. The hunter, a force of nature, represents the need for humans to live in harmony with their environment. The aurora then becomes a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, a cosmic dance that plays out night after night in the heavens, reminding the Cree people of their place in the grand scheme of existence. The Haida people of the Pacific Northwest have a legend that connects the aurora to children. They believe the vibrant lights are spirits playing in the sky, beckoning children who have died young to join them in their celestial playground. The Haida people believe that these spirits watch over the living, especially children, and the aurora is a sign of their love and connection. Parents would sometimes tell their children who were misbehaving that the spirits of the aurora were watching and could take them away to join their games in the sky if they didn't behave. This served as a gentle reminder to be respectful and obedient. The Creator's Light Show. The Algonquin people of North America saw the aurora as a sign of goodwill from their creator Nanabozo. They believed it brought blessings and good fortune. Ghostly warriors. The Fox tribes of Wisconsin had a more fearful interpretation. They viewed the lights as the restless spirits of their enemies, a sign of impending war or illness. Last but not least, Asia. The Chinese have a rich history of astronomical observations dating back thousands of years. They meticulously documented celestial phenomena, including the aurora, which they called Hong, meaning grand. Chinese astronomers believed the aurora was a manifestation of powerful forces at work in the heavens. Some believed it was a reflection of celestial battles with gods and warriors, with the vibrant colors representing the clash of their weapons and energies. Others saw it as the shimmering scales of heavenly dragons, mythical creatures associated with power, good fortune, and the natural world. The appearance of the aurora was often interpreted as an omen, with some believing it foretold changes in dynasties, natural disasters, or even war. Emperors would commission scholars to study the aurora and interpret its meaning, hoping to understand the will of the heavens and to ensure peace and prosperity for their people. Japan. The Ainu people of Japan have a legend about the aurora being a manifestation of the spirits of their ancestors. They believed the vibrant colors were a way for the spirits to communicate with the living, sending messages of guidance, protection, and sometimes even warnings. The Ainu people held rituals under the aurora, believing it to be a time when the veil between the worlds was thin and communication with the ancestors was possible. Offerings of food and sake were made to appease the spirits and ask for their blessings. Universal awe, a shared experience. Despite the differing interpretations, one thing remains constant. The aurora inspires awe and wonder. The vibrant colors and dynamic movements have captured people for centuries, leading them to create stories that reflected their own cultures and beliefs. The next time you witness an aurora borealis or australis, remember the rich tapestry of myths and legends woven around these celestial displays. It's a reminder that humanity across the cultures and time have always been drawn to the magic of the night sky.